Breaking news. Important news. Onye nwere ntị ya nụrụ. Ugo eberego na mgbagbu. Lagos State or rather Lagos State government serves 48-hour quick notice to traders at IDUMOTA and Butero. Let me shock you and look at the news in details. Lagos State government served 48 hours quick notice to BIAFRANS doing their business in IDUMOTA and Butero. Don't forget, I brought this news the other day where the Ohaneze, Ndi Igbo, whatever they call them, are challenging the demolition of Igbo-owned properties in Butero. Now, they are finally giving them 48 hours to quit. Those in IDUMOTA and those in Butero. And these are a place where 99% and a half are being occupied by my own people. Ndi Igbo, the stiff-necked people. Why do I say so? These are the people, when you call them to support the Biafran struggle, they will call you all sorts of names. They will even join the oppressors to oppress you. Now, Ugo, eberego na mgbagbu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cried 2012 and 2013, my people, it is time to go back home. They called him a hungry man. They called him a cloud chaser. Till today, there are still demolition of Igbo properties in all the whole parts of Lagos State. Emphasis on all the whole parts of Lagos State. No any place is safe for an Igbo man. Upon that, if you tell them about Biafra, they will still abuse you, call you all sorts of names, join the oppressors to oppress you. That is why I use that word. Stiff-necked people. Go to your Google and Google it. I don't have to tell you the meaning. So that is it. In so many occasions, the Lagos State government and those ones that are not in the side of the Biafrans, I mean, that are not within the axis of this Biafra land, they have shown them a lot of signs that they are not needed. That you are a country, you are a nation. Please, can you go back to your nation and develop your nation? If all the whole Biafrans came back to Biafra land and said, we are not going out there to do anything again. Listen, the kind of businesses Igbos do is something that runs in their blood. Anywhere an Igbo man do that business, my brother, people will come from every part of the world to come and look for you and get that business from you. We are exceptional in doing business. Every other tribe is learning from the Igbos. If you say that it is insecurity that is pursuing you down to the southeast, my brother, if everybody gather to come back, the first one come to thief, they get that person and dismember that person within that point. You know, make I not use some certain language. And what onye kubo ya nando nwo there. Onye cause obiakwa bia ime kidnapping. Agada kwa ya nwote ya pigbuo ya gba ya ọkụ onwo there. Eme ya first, May second, May third. I swear to God, without security, without police, Southeast will be the coolest place. Only on our boss, because even anyhow, they will give you anyhow. Ngwaleni yana. Demolition of their properties every now and then. Since the inception of Sanwo-Olu, from the first tenure of 4 years down to this going to 2 years now in office, Sanwo-Olu have been destroying, grabbing, sending our people that worked hard for their money, sending them back home, sending them to bankrupts. Yet, Ndi Genuano, Ekwekwa am I here. As I'm talking to you now, an Igbo man is still busy counting millions in nairas and in dollars, buying properties in that same Lagos that they don't want you. Stiff-necked people. Or what I call him no. Arrest my case. This one, 48 hours for Ndi Igbo, we want to make it Kwarana from a IDUMOTA and the Buteru. If on a like, make on a carry for head, you know, consign them. When you tell them tomorrow, come back home, or rather support the movement so that as so if everybody should gather and support Biafrans, you know, population, what as they used to say, majority carries the vote. Population wins the race with the tactical ones in their midst. 201 Nigerians to be sent back as United States enforces deportation order. Dizani Alison Madeke, court grants ex-petroleum minister prayers challenging for future order. Pope Francis don't spend abaneto na hospital over bronchitis. You know why I laugh? We have pastors who are doing miracles. We have pastors who are healing the sick. We have pastors who are healing what would I call it? Who are healing cripples. We have pastors who make the blind to see. And yet, Pope done the sick since. This one no be first time the Pope they go for hospital they sleep. They know if he say okay, I beg. We are going to buy first class or rather we are going to send the Pope private jet to convey you to come and pray for Pope so that Pope will get well. How can the church you see it? I got a man mugu. If we get that family attack, so people will come now and tell me, why must you talk that? Why must you talk that? And now they have not na black man, na white man. Because but the truth be told, one day every guy that without change. Pope now 3 days now in the hospital. Yes, we have pastors who are powerful pastors who claim they are raising the dead. They will not come and raise this one. Now that he is alive, they will not come and cure him. Even if he died tomorrow now, they are not even ready to come and wake him up. Because all now wash. My people, please like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos on Okute Daily Talk. Mwano, let's go there. From there, we inspected the IDUMOTA and environs. We could see the level of environmental degradation, and it is not something we want to keep unaddressed. We had to serve them quick notice to remove them, and after then, we shall need the needful. Yeah, we need the needful. It's supposed to be we shall do the needful. Right? Now, wow. He said the need for residents, including traders, at all markets to prioritize environmental cleanliness to prevent the spread of disease. It is necessary for everyone to take care of the environment. The traders cause the closure of the market. The government will not let its guards. Going forward, we are determined to go around nooks and crannies of Lagos State to re-establish our drainage alignment in order to avoid flooding, because whenever there is a flood in the state, you people will accuse the government of being irresponsible, he said. Wahab explained the illegal process in which shop owners and traders have converted the setback of the drainage channels in the market to styles had impeded the free flow of stormwater and could lead to serious disease breakouts of cholera, diarrhea, typhoid fever, amongst others. Saying, if each and every one make good sanitation practices a daily affair in their shops and environs, it will save the citizenry from continuous visit to the hospitals. With these illegal stores and shops, if proper care is not taken, we have a major disease outbreak, and these outbreaks can have negative impacts on our health care system, such that we would start undertaking virus tests, which we can avoid by doing the needful in every corner of our stores, he said. He recalled that the state government had banned styrofoam over a year ago due to its adverse effects on human health and drainage channels. He observed that some traders are still using and littering the market environment with the banned item and urge them to desist from it. I would like to appeal to our traders who still engage in selling styrofoam packs with that we don't want to see styrofoams in our markets. It is obvious that some of you are still storing traders to help protect the environment and all the drainage alignments, he stressed. Moving forward, 201 Nigerians to be sent back as U.S. enforces deportation order. The United States of America have announced plans to deport at least 201 Nigerian nationals, according to the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills Jr. 85 of those individuals have already been cleared for immediate deportation. The deportees who will be taken to Lagos include those serving in jail terms in the U.S. prisons for various crimes. This development follows the enforcement of Donald J. Trump's immigration policy by the U.S. government. The government has carried out deportation of citizens of countries such as Colombia, Mexico, and India, among others. The envoy said those to be repatriated will be dropped in Lagos. There will be room for whether it should be in Port Harcourt or Abuja. The first group will be convicted prisoners, those who committed crimes and are in U.S. prisons. Some of them are those who have clearly violated U.S. immigration laws, and they appealed but were denied, yet they are still in the U.S. They have committed immigration crime as well. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Bianca Onu Arushi, has appealed to the United States government to treat the deportees with dignity. She expressed concern over the use of handcuffs and leg irons on some of the deportees, many of whom are not violent offenders. Miss Bianca Aboranwanyi Anuofia also urged the U.S. government to allow the deportees sufficient time to retrieve their assets and settle their affairs in the United States. The minister expressed concern over the future of the United States Agency for International Development, which is a USAID. She said, "We can't say whether it is outright suspension. A lot of NGOs are worried and waiting for clarification. We will just make that appeal on behalf of the NGOs in Nigeria, even less than a month into the 90-day review. There have been concerns. I know before the completion of the review, there's already humanitarian issues in Nigeria and Africa. We will appeal that this initiative be preserved, even if it is abrogated as an agency. There must be a way of keeping the ideals to ensure that the poor beneficiaries in that communities, not just in Nigeria but Africa at large, are not abandoned." Dizani Alex Madueke court don grant am ex-petroleum minister prayer challenging for future order. A federal high court in Abuja on Monday granted an application by former minister of petroleum Dizani Alex Madueke to amend her suit challenging the order obtained by the Economic and Financial Grants Commission (EFCC) for the final forfeiture of her seized assets. Justice Uwadiegwu granted the request after the motion was moved by Dizani's lawyer, Godwin Iyambo. However, the EFCC counsel, Divine Uguru, did not oppose to it. When the matter was called, Iyambo, who appeared for Dizani, informed the court that they had already filed a motion for amendment of their originating process and the defendant had been duly served. Uguru did not raise any objection to the ex-minister's plea to amend her suit, and Justice Ekwo granted it as prayed. The judge, who gave Dizani 5 days to file and serve the amended processes, granted EFCC 14 days from the date of service to respond. The matter was then adjourned until March 17 for further mention. 9 reports that Justice Ekwo had on November 21, 2024, fixed Monday for 17th for hearing the motion to amend the original process. The ex-minister had, through her counsel, Chief Michael Zekome, SAN, sued the anti-graft agency as sole respondent. Alison Madeke, in the suit marked FHC/ABJ/21/2023, sought an order extending the time to seek leave to apply for the court for an order to set aside the EFCC's public notice issued to conduct a public sale on her properties. In the motion, dated and filed on January 6 of 2023 by her lawyer, the former minister sought 5 orders from the court. The former minister, who argued that the various orders were made without jurisdiction, said this ought to set aside ex debito justite. See English. She said she was not given a fair hearing in all the proceedings leading to the orders. The various court orders issued in favor of the respondent and upon which the respondent issued the public notice were issued in breach of the applicant's right to fair hearing, according to Mike Ozekome. In conclusion, the suspended chairman of EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, had revealed that $153 million and over 80 property had been recovered from the ex-minister. She was alleged to have escaped to the United Kingdom and remained there after her exit from the public office as the petroleum minister, an office she held between 2010 and 2015 under the administration of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. The asset-related suit is different from the one she also filed to seek 100 billion naira as compensation for a series of EFCC alleged libellous publications against her. Moving forward, Pope Francis spends third night in hospital over bronchitis. Pope Francis spent his third night in hospital without complications, a Vatican spokesman said on Monday. He added that the 88-year-old had a restful night, breakfasted, and read the morning newspaper. The head of the world's 1.4 billion Catholics have been hospitalized in the Rome hospital since Friday and is, according to the Vatican, suffering from bronchitis. Concerns about the Pope's health have grown over the past week as his voice repeatedly faltered during public appearances and he rarely left his Vatican residence. Doctors have been recommending that he go to hospital for treatment for some time, according to media reports. Part of the native Argentine's right lung had been missing since his youth, and he has frequently complained of respiratory problems. Doctors have ordered absolute rest, the Vatican said. It was initially said that Francis would spend 5 days in hospital, but there is no speculation that could be longer. As a result, Francis had to cancel all his planned appointments over the weekend and at the start of the week. Earlier, a new bulletin on the Pope's health issued by the Vatican said his condition was stable. And these and other headlines, I am sure I'm able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that Nigeria is not for us. Just like Asare Dokubo always said, that Nigeria is not for Goodluck Jonathan, Nigeria is not for Dizane Alison Madeke, Nigeria is not for Asare Dokubo Mudejabane. Biafra is the way out. But it is quite unfortunate that after saying all those things, he still deviated because of where belief is. So my good people, now here I go take back breaky. And I go hear my voice again when I come back. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing to Okute Daily Talk for more interesting videos coming your way. I is Okulo One Nation, or by my new nickname, Very Dark Black Man of Biafra Side. Ka emesiano, my people.